G'day everyone, welcome to the Opal channel. My name's Phil, and I'd just like to say quickly, welcome to all the new subscribers. Thanks for being here. And another thing I'd like to get out of the way is a massive thank you to everyone who's been very supportive over all this wheel ordeal. I don't really want to go into it too much, but I'm just going to explain a bit about this channel anyway. So this channel, it's just about Opal and what I get up to with Opal and Opal related things. And this goes from mining, buying parcels, cutting Opal, carving Opal, treating matrix, done some inlay, some doublets, silversmithing, recently goldsmithing. I need to get some more gold and start doing that a bit more. Anyway, all things Opal. So I didn't expect this channel to really turn into a channel. I thought I'd just put some stuff out there and every now and then someone might see it and go, oh, that's pretty cool. Other than that, this is just totally amazing. I'm glad to be here and to be able to do this and show everyone. So, still picture. Let's show some Opal while you talk. So yeah, it spiraled into a bit of a channel with lots of things going on and a bit of an adventure heading up to Andamuka with the mining, and everyone's sort of followed a bit on what's happening with all that, which is still another trip coming up soon. But yeah, so every now and then I've been contacted through starting this channel by you guys. You're a great bunch, and a couple of yous every now and then, hey, you want to meet up Andamuka? I'm like, yep, no worries. So I've made that happen, and it's turned out quite well so far. You're a great bunch, even in person. But last year, one of you reached out, yep, interested in mining, want to meet up Andamuka, no worries. Jason. So I met Jason around September, October last year. So I haven't really known him that long as such. Great bloke. Pretty much in the first few days, we got chatting, as you do, sitting around at night. Hey, wouldn't it be cool to make a wheel? Was one of the subjects, and I'm like, yeah, I've so wanted to, like a lot of people, I'd love to have been able to make a wheel to cut on, and just so you know, just like with your Opals, you're doing a lot more yourself that way. Instead of relying on buying things all the time, you can sort of adapt, especially we're not in industry. And that's one thing I really want to make clear, that I am not in the industry for Opal or anything. I've just started a channel and doing my thing, and yes, I do sell some pieces here and there. A lot of this is for my collection. But I've been asked a fair bit of recent, like can I get parcels and stuff, so I've tried to accommodate where I can, things like that. But anyway, back to the wheel. So we decided, all right, let's nut it out. I said, well, I've got a few ideas, a few improvements. And I've always respected gem cuts, and like everyone else, the Gem Master brand is a household name almost in machines, along with Diamond Pacific, Pixie Wheels, and a few other brands I don't want to quit going into, but yeah, they're iconic in a way. So they started off in South Australia, Gem Master, and passed through a few hands before about 4 years ago, the rights to manufacture Gem Master were sold to Gem Cuts. That's all well and good. So it was around that time I'm looking for machines, because the one I had was a bit dodgy setup as far as it was a sanding disc, Ryobi, and I had to keep things wet that shouldn't have been getting wet just to cope. But anyway, saw that GSP8, I'm like, great, flat lap, someone sells one, so I got onto it, not a problem. Then I looked around the market and found out there were more. I just hadn't been searching long. So anyway, was totally happy with the machine as far as performance goes, but there were a few things that were getting in my way and making life a little bit difficult that I thought, if I could, I'd correct. Gem Cuts is not really known for taking advice or hints from the public seriously, so that was out. And of course, when we start talking about making a machine, and I was talking with someone who can actually make things happen, I'm like, well, I got some ideas. And so I rattled off all the improvement side of things that I'd need on a machine that I require. As in, my hands aren't super huge, but they're big enough to look. It was sitting on the lip of the shroud, things like that. So of the tray. So let's bring the tray out a bit more so I can get my hands in there and lower them down and make more use of the actual wheel face. Let's not have the angle of the shroud come straight in from the base. Let's have it come straight up so I've got more knuckle room out to the side of the machine as well. LED light strip. It'd be great to be able to see what I'm doing without a shadow cast. And a paint job. I thought, why not a black Opal look paint job if we can sort of pull off a simulated look, which I think we did. And I say we as in the royal we, because to start with, this was just for shits and giggles, excuse my French, bit of fun. And then it got down to, well, how do we make this happen? And this is where it came into a bit more of a, how can I say, took things a little bit more seriously. As far as, all right, well, these parts here, there, and everywhere, well, it's going to be too expensive to build your own, to be honest. Even if we started looking at second-hand parts and the muck around, it was like, well, no, I don't really just want to do a bodged up. I've got a machine. I want something either better or I won't bother. And so better is what we try to achieve, and I think we succeeded. So once, and I'm really trying not to be rude, but I think it's an improved machine for myself, and I'm not advocating everyone jumps on a flat lap. Look, Gem Master sell a bunch of, and so do other companies, sell the cabbing wheels. Cab King is another one. A lot of people are used to those wheels. Don't jump onto a flat lap just because of all this. And I don't want, there's no way we're trying to drum up sales. There was no sales as such or business of any serious intent. But the machine, it was like, all right, well, if we buy in bulk, it becomes cheaper. So it became affordable. But then what do you do with all the extras? So, well, we'll just sell them off. And it's not like enter into a business and start entering on advertising on the world market that these are available, but to get rid of a few through the Opal community, we made them available. Now, Jason thought, well, we'll do the right thing. And since he's a businessman with an ABN already, he's already got his own business. All he did was create a Gmail so people could contact him and say, look, you know, I'm interested in one of those machines because a lot of people were asking me. And I thought, well, you know, why not make them available? It's no harm, no foul. I don't even want to get into the patent side of thing. I think it's quite ridiculous. Look, put up or shut up in that respect. There is nothing patent-wise on these things. You can brand name something all you want, but no one's stealing that, and no one's trying to claim it is a Gem Master. Sorry if I'm getting a little bit about it, but I just want to get through this and move on. So that's how the wheel came about. Never to be in competition, never a claim of its quality, this, that, and the other in comparison to Gem Master. But Jason stands by his product. It's actually quite well built. My hand in the manufacturing, to clarify any misconception, I do not own wuttkewheels. I do not own the business, if that's what it's to be called as such. So I stain, as I have a joinery background, I do stain and double polyurethane coat, gloss coat the boards for him. And I don't even charge him for that. It's only been ones and twos here and there, and it was no effort to just put a few, through. If this was such a company that was going to be mass producing these things on a larger scale, there's no way you'd be getting me to do it like that. And I don't have the time to do it, so I wouldn't be doing it anyway. So I don't even see how this could be a rolling, rocking business without saying, oh, look, sell it to someone who's got employees or quit what I'm doing and, oh, now I'm making machines. No. So that's up to Jason what he wants to do there. I will support him now, and I was going to anyway, but Well, you know, I think he's copped a bit of a bad rap as far as the machine goes, and that's the funny part. He's not actually been contacted yet over any of this. I've just copped the fallout because Brian decided, I don't know if someone put him onto it and he's gone off half-cocked or what, but he was pretty angry. It was evident in the snide comment he put in the one of the videos, and I just thought, well, I'll clear the air, so I rang him. And I got nothing but angry tones, plagiarist this, rip off that. And all I said was, mate, is there anything I can do to make you happy? And he starts going on about lawyers and attorneys and intellectual rights and stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm not sure if you know how this works, mate. But best of luck with that, because you got the wrong person anyway if you want to start that sort of an argument conversation. I was just ringing up to see if there's anything I could do. Now, I was all prepared to say, hey, Jason, I think you better pull this from the market. We've upset some people here and we need to figure out how to make that right. But the way this just kept transpiring and transpiring, and Jason's pretty confident with the going ahead and just doing what he was doing. We're not going to stop. Well, he's not going to stop. It's just a few machines here and there. I think it is quite legal, to be honest. So, look, it's a cheaper machine. It's good quality. I'm not even trying to sell it. I'm just defending the fact that I've been attacked over it. And, well, I own one, and I think they're pretty good. I'm not saying it runs or functions any better than GemMaster at all. It just looks a lot better, but it's suits my needs as far as dimensions go. It's had a few alterations to make sure it's got a small footprint, but still maximising the size, the usage of the shroud. Plus the attachment. A mate of mine discussed it because he's got a homemade version of it, and the chuck attachment. It was just a no-brainer. Let's utilise the same machine for, you know, second use, if possible. And we won't stop there as far as anything ideas I have. I'm going to give Jason, and he can run as far as he wants with it, and I don't even care to see a royalty out of it. I don't care. I'm not that kind of a person. I'm sorry that Brian's a bit upset and thinks that we're trying to steal his business, but get over it. It's not happening. The market's yours. You've got a great brand. You should have stuck with it. The brand was great before you got hold of it. It probably still is great, but you've got a lot to do with brushing up on professionalism, mate. I'm sorry to say. I thought I had a great relationship with you guys. I don't have a problem with the staff at GemCut at all, or GemCut's the business. I don't even think this is a GemCut's thing. It's GemMaster and Brian. So, nonetheless, Brian does own GemCuts and said I'm not welcome to do business there anymore. So, what can I do? So, move on. So, this is what this is about. I'm going to move on, and we're going to go cut some stones, clean them up on my wheel, like it or not. So I hope that clears a few things up anyway. And I'd like to just move on and keep doing what I was doing, which would be going back up, doing some mining, come back, cut some stones, set some jewellery, treat some matrix, and just have general fun. So I hope, yeah, I don't really want to have to mention this too much at all anymore. Just to clear the air on it, though, that's the way that came about. And that's all it is. Cheers. Let's get on with this. Okay, so this is a stone I bought in a parcel a while back. It's got a fair bit of this post rock amongst it. I'm not sure if it will totally clean up. And it's not going to be super bright, but it's got some nice pinfire colour down below with a greener sort of top. So we may have to take all that green off, take it down to that, to clear up all this. This one's just to see what we can do with it, and this one's a definite cut depending on what will come of it. So it's got a bit of a shelf drop there, that's got to be rolled out. We have to take the top down a little bit to clean it anyway. We watch that doesn't peel on us. It's something that can happen when the opal forms and it's got a skin. It tends to have a bit of a separation rift and it can leave lines that look like fractures, but you just got to take it down enough. But we'll take it right down to this colour here. You can see under here, it'd be really nice. But again, we're going to roll it out. It's a little bit uneven, so we've got to bring it in far enough to be able to give it an edge. So it's got a base to sit on with a top to roll from. So they're the bits that we're going to go with, and probably in that order. This one, and this one. So let's go. So I'm just going to slowly take off this and see how far down it goes. I think it's mostly on this side too, so this side, I'm going to say would definitely get a stone, but we'll see what happens. This is a 240 grit wheel for those interested. Clearing up on the edge a bit. Clearing up somewhat, but we're starting to get into it a bit. I've got a feeling that this coloration here, the darker grey, does go all the way down pretty deep. So there. So we'll focus on just getting this bit out. And it will be an is what it is stone. stay there about at the bar. So that one's going to be like that. Well, that's an is what it is. Let's take the top off of this. Or that's the bottom or the top, whichever it's going to be. Few little issues, it's going to thin the stone out a bit. Considering it's over here on the potchier side, I'm going to leave them because the bulk of it is cleared up. I don't want to thin it out too much because I've got to tidy up on the stick yet. So same sort of thing with this one. Quick tidy up and a shape. Unfortunately, this chip under here is going to cause a bit of an issue. I mean, this tip, I'm probably going to lose it. Same again this side. Round this end a bit. Take that patch off the edge. Splits still on the surface, so it's going to get thinned out a bit more. One of those things I was talking about, where you get a run, it's like a fracture. Go down a bit more, I think that should go. Maybe not. Left over here. It's a shame. Take that side out. Still there. We'll get it on the stick and see what we can do to deal with it. start with this one. Still have to come in a bit for this little chip out of the stone still. Let's get that sorted. With that shape. We're good to go. skip to the end. Here we go. So this one I've left, and this is going to go towards something that's coming up shortly, and we'll find out more about that then. I'm going to leave it like that for now, which leaves us to these two. Zoom in. So quite pleased. Some very nice colour in these. This one has a bit of a misty side round here where it did turn potch. It's got some nice markings through it from the formation in that corner on there, and then highlighted with the green around it. So still got nice colour as a solid, no need for a black backing, still quite bright. And this one I'm very pleased with. Again, still stands up by itself against skin. Would have looked nicer with a black backing, admitted. But it is what it is, and it's gorgeous and a mega crystal, this one. And this has got to be up towards 150 to 200 a carat for sure. And I'm actually going to weigh them this time. Let's get the scales out. So start off with this one. 3 1/4 carat. I'll put at least 50 to 100 on it. So about 250 even for that stone. And this one, judging by that one, I have to say is around the 4 carat mark at least. Ooh, just under 5. It's alright, it's blowing on the scales. So yeah, just under 5. Not bad at all. So that's heading towards the 750 to 1,000 mark. Awesome. That's a great result for me. I'll hopefully have this one set in a pendant soon. It's definitely worth it. I think I'll work with gold. Top and bottom, open back. It's gorgeous. So there we go. And I'll leave this video here with I suppose just one mention. The wheel I'm using is a Wuttke wheel, and I'm comfortable with it. A lot of people have asked where to find them, and I'm just going to forward people to an email, wuttkewheels@gmail.com, and I'll put that written up in the description. I'll put a description for every video, by the way, if anyone's looking for some of the information from the videos that may be put up. Can help answer questions without needing to ask, for emails and links and so forth. I mostly include that in all my videos. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed. Cheers. Oops, upside down.